Stay tuned in to the Emerson channel.
We're coming down to the last few common agendas of the year, and the end of the season is nuts. You won't want to miss it.
Coming up next. Hey everyone, I'm Michaela Hallman.
And I'm Sam Crichton. Welcome to another episode of the Common Agenda.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Common Agenda, the show that brings you the news, upcoming events, and more from around Emerson College. I know you're all probably knee-deep in finals, but I'm begging you, please take a break, Ron. It's for your own good. You're working yourself crazy. I just blew the minds of a couple Rons out there. Now, without further ado, let's do the news. I know you've heard of speed racing, speed skating, speed eating, especially speed eating, story of my life. Anyway, now there's a new kind of speed, and I don't mean the drug. Drugs are bad. The speed I'm talking about is speed publishing. What's that? Just Ask 48 Review, a literary journal published by Emerson graduate students in just 48 hours. This journal is 60 pages of poetry, fiction, and nonfiction from writers in Emerson's graduate program. There will be a launch party this Saturday from 3 to 5 in the Beard Room, and it's currently online, so you can speed read this speed-published magazine. There's always talk at Emerson about internships. How to get one, why to get one, where to get one. The word internship might conjure up images of boring people in boring offices doing boring things, but that absolutely doesn't have to be the case. Just ask acting major Frances Torres. She spent the summer interning for The Conan Show. That's right, the one on TV. Torres spent her time bringing coffee, watching rehearsals, and even standing in for actors, including Conan himself. She highly recommends this internship to anyone, particularly actors, who want to know more about the production side of running a TV show.
That's really cool. Conan actually, like all of his interns, they turn out to do like great things. Like Mindy Kaling interned for him. Like you really like Mindy Kaling. I seem to remember.
I talk about her a lot.
Yeah.
There's something with a tweet.
Yes, she replied to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
my claim to fame.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, you know, Conan, he has red hair, but we like him anyway. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know,
He's somehow.
That's the great thing about him.
He's awesome. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure many of you know one of Emerson's most famous alums is Jay Leno, who is often considered to be the hardest working man in show business. He recently stepped down from his late night talk show, The Tonight Show, but he will be stepping up to the podium to give the undergraduate commencement address this year. He may have won an Emmy for Outstanding Comedy, Variety, or Music Series, but this May he'll be receiving an honorary degree. I mean, he has an actual degree from Emerson, but this is still pretty cool. Emerson's colors are purple and gold, but we might as well throw green in there as well. Our school just won the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Award for using more green power than any other school in the New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference in the past academic year. In fact, Emerson used 15 million kilowatt hours of green power for 100% of the college's annual electricity usage, preventing carbon dioxide release equivalent to the annual electricity of more than 1,000 average American homes. What a way to celebrate Earth Day. Next week, we're adding maroon to the palette. I'm not sure what it's for yet, but I'll come up with something. America's sweetheart Melanie Camacho leads us into the majesty of cinema today with this week's edition of Focus on Film. Mel?
Oh, hey guys. Didn't see you there. It's Melanie from Focus on Film. Let's go talk to Bryce McCarthy about his latest project. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Melanie. We're here at our last Focus on Film segment, Tear Tear. I know we're all very sad, but we're gonna wrap up the year talking to Bryce McCarthy about his Fit Challenge project. Hey Bryce, what's up?
Hey Mel, how's it going?
So Bryce, what's your participation in the Fit Challenge?
I serve as a documentarian for the event, and I film the event and I make videos for the event. So some things I've done is I went to the first Fit Challenge last year and I recorded the event and made a promotion for future events. And essentially what I do is I do a lot of talking to competitors in the event. I interview them, I record their obstacles, their racing, and I also will do something like I might interview some people involved with the event. We'll make a video about how the event is run and what it does for the community, which is a really important, special part of the event.
So what's the biggest struggle with your production?
The biggest struggle when you're filming a race like that is that you're one guy with one camera and it's not scripted. That's the biggest problem, is that whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and I'm either pointing my camera at it or I'm not. So essentially you have to do a lot of guesswork and try to figure out when the when the cool thing is going to happen and when you should point your camera where it needs to be to capture the best thing. And sometimes a lot of cool stuff happens that you don't get on camera, and it's kind of sad, but you just kind of got to move on and keep going with it.
And what are you hoping to accomplish with the Fit Challenge?
So what I hope to do with the Fit Challenge is, right now I'm working on a second promotion for the Fit Challenge, and this one's more of a heartwarming look at the second Fit Challenge, the one that happened this year. And this one's more about not the event itself, but the people who ran the event, and the people who competed, and the people who make the event what it is. So for this video, I took a different approach, and I started to film more what people were doing with themselves and with their teammates and the people they were racing with, more so than just the race in general itself. Instead of having a shot of somebody, clearing a pillar, you might have somebody, working with their teammates to clear a pillar. And that's the kind of idea you want to convey. You want to convey that it's about racing by yourself, but it's also about the camaraderie and teamwork that comes with being a Fit Challenger.
Well, good luck with your future endeavors with the Fit Challenge next year, Bryce.
Oh, thanks, Mel. Thanks for having me today.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Guys, that was our last Focus on Film segment. That's so sad. I've had a great year being your correspondent, and we've had a real good year. Get it? Real? I cracked myself up. Okay, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Melanie. I'm Hunter Reese, and today I'm here with fellow Quidditch All-Stars Leanne Dillman and Tyler Trudeau. Good to have you guys here.
Thanks, Hunter.
Thank you.
So I know that there's House League Quidditch and then there's a World Cup team. What is the difference between the two?
So House League is it's for all of Emerson students. It's the intramural league, so it's more inclusive. Everyone gets put on a team, and there's 6 different House League teams: the Outlaws, Pulverizers, Berserkers, Falcons, Sloth Bears, and Jaguars.
And the World Cup team, that is for students who want to play more physically, you could say. Like people my size are going to be tackling people Leanne's size, and we go around and we travel. We actually went to Maryland University for Turtle Cup, and we won that tournament, which was awesome. And we go to a World Cup, which was in North Myrtle Beach this year, and it's a lot of traveling, it's a lot of meeting new people, and it's really exciting, but it's for more competitive Quidditch.
It's like full contact, and it's co-ed.
So how did the World Cup turn out?
It was awesome.
It was so awesome.
We were undefeated going into day 2, so we won all 4 of our pool play games, and then in day 2 we beat UMiami, Florida's Finest, a community team. Crosstown Rivals beat you, who's like huge, and then we were in the top 4 with Texas State, University of Texas, Texas A&M, so all Texas, and then little old Emerson College is the liberal arts school.
Yeah, I heard there was hashtag
Not
from
from
Texas.
Texas.
The
So,
best.
but we did lose to Texas State, who is a great team, and they came in 2nd place.
Well, you guys still got to go to Myrtle Beach and enjoy there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So Leanne, as captain of the Jaguars and my captain, why do you think that everybody should play Quidditch?
Sure. So it's definitely a way for people who came to Emerson and were looking for something athletic to do. It's more athletic than people expect, so it's a very competitive and high energy sport, but then it's also, on the other side, really whimsical. It's a bunch of kids running around with brooms between their legs. So you got the Harry Potter aspect, but then you also have the sports aspect, so it just comes together to be a really interesting mix.
Okay, and Tyler, as my OL, why did you personally decide to play Quidditch when you came here?
I just heard about it, and it sounded something that would be really interesting, and I fell in love with the game, and I fell in love with the people. It's great people.
So what positions do both of you play?
I am a keeper, chaser / seeker, and
I'm a chaser and a beater.
Well, perfect. And I heard that you guys just had voting for captains next year, so that's disclosed for now?
No, we can say. So for the House League, you can look online. I'm captain of the Jags again. And then for the World Cup,
we are going to
We're
captain
gonna
the World
captains.
Cup team, so that's
And-
going to be
Perfect.
really fun.
with David Fox, who's like big name in Quidditch. So woo!
So you guys have a lot to look forward to next
Oh, yeah.
year,
Yeah.
and the World Cup for next year too. Well, thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
And if you need help keeping track on your Meow Meow beans, Erin Koval's got the scoop on this week's edition of Weekend in the Bean.
Hello, I'm Erin Koval, and thank you for joining us on our last Weekend of the Bean segment for the semester. Because summer is just around the corner, we're going around asking people what their favorite activities are to do in Boston in the summer. Let's have a look. So Chris, what are some of your favorite things to do in the summer?
Honestly, a day like today, I love to ride my bike around the Charles River. I mean, we're in the center of the city, one of my favorite places, but seeing it from the other side of the Charles River, that nice ride along the water, you can't beat that. And I try to do that as much as I can in the summer.
Well, obviously coming down here to the Commons is always a lot of fun. But if we have relatives in town or visitors, we'll, do all the tourist stuff. Just walking around the city is great, and of course, love to ride bikes down along the Charles.
Honestly, you got the Commons, you got the Boston Public Gardens, and you got the Esplanade, and they're all just in a line next to each other. And I just like to, make my way across all of them because it's just a really great place to hang out. So.
So what are some great things that people can do in Boston this summer?
Oh, we love to come to Boston. There are many things to do. We love the historical aspect of Boston, like doing the Freedom Trail and Bunker Hill and the USS Constitution. And there's just a lot of history here that we really enjoy.
And tell us what some of your favorite summer activities are.
Especially in Boston, there's a place in South Boston, it's called Castle Island. I went there when I was a little kid, and now it's really fun now. They have a beach, they have parks and fields, you can do a picnic, they have a nice little restaurant there, a little hot dog shack, so I go down there. It's nice, it's cooler than it is in the middle of the city, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to go with a bunch of people. There's always Fenway, always get cheap Red Sox tickets, especially early on when, it's not as competitive, and, they do some student discounts, which is fun. But yeah, overall, Boston's great this summer.
I'm sure you all can't wait for summer. This has been Erin Koval with Weekend in the Bean, and remember to tune in next semester. Have a good summer.
All right, kids, hold on to your hat racks. It's time to check out the week's upcoming events. I don't know about you, but food is always tastiest after dark. The DH is hosting its traditional late night buffet from 9 to 11 tomorrow night. Free to all Emerson students on a meal plan, or $5 admission for commuters and off-campus students. Feel free to stuff your face with all the cupcakes and cheeseburgers your heart desires. The key here is to ask for double burgers. It's like that secret Starbucks menu item. It's not on the list, but they'll do it if you have a great smile and a big appetite. It's almost finals week, so treat yourself. Good news, you don't have to wait until tomorrow to fill your appetite. The Office of Multicultural Student Affairs and all ethnic diversity orgs on campus are closing out the year with the annual Multicultural Banquet. Tonight at 5 in the Cabaret, there'll be sushi, fried chicken, fajitas, anything your ethnically diverse heart desires. Interested? Obviously, food is necessary for survival.
All right, Sam, so here's what I've been thinking. It's close to the end of the semester. We're running out of board bucks. Everyone's running out of meal swipes. No one really has any money to buy food, right? So I'm going to invest in making a food calendar where I track all the places and all the events on campus that you can get free food for the next week. So I'm not going to spend any money. I'm going to hit up that multicultural banquet, going to hit up late night DH, and then I'm just going to stuff myself like a camel. You know how a camel drinks a bunch of water and then it can sustain itself? That's what I'm going to do at every free meal opportunity. So, I mean, if you want to join me,
No, totally down. That sounds
I'd be
awesome.
willing.
Yeah.
All right, so we've had a bunch of awesome writers come to Emerson to show off their work, but what about all the great writers already on campus? And no, I'm not talking about me, but we should talk about that later. Join us for the First Year Writing Program Showcase, a chance for the freshman class to display their work over the course of the school year. Over 30 research writing classes will be represented, showing off their work, which covers a wide range of topics and genres. It's like Comic-Con, but for Emerson. Starting tomorrow from 4:30 to 6:30 in the second floor of the State Transportation Building. Just one more week left of the semester. We are so close, guys. Just a few more essays, a few more late night study sessions, and we are home free. Can I get a booyah?
Booyah.
Thank you. The library is here to offer moral support and hot chocolate for all of you late night study bugs. The library is now open until 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays from 1 a.m. Sundays to Thursdays. Best part about Sundays to Thursdays, tea and hot cocoa party every night at 8. See, wasn't lying about the chocolate. Nothing is more crucial for good grades than chocolate. Believe me, I'm on television. And that closes out today's show. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I'm your host, Michaela Hellman, for all of us here at Common Agenda, wishing you a beautiful day full of wistful walks in the park and hugs from yours truly. We've got another new episode coming at you, this time on Friday, so set your TiVos accordingly. Until next time, you can keep busy by reading Hunter Reese's Wikipedia page. Spoiler alert, it's sad. Anyway, peace, love, and BuzzFeed for all. Well, That's all for Sam and I here on Common Agenda. Stick around for the last show of the semester this Friday, and thanks for tuning in to Common Agenda. See you next time.